99.5 The X.
Hanging out backstage at Carolina Rebellion with the boys of Starset. Guys, you killed it out there. Great set.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Now, there's a lot of imagery that goes with Starset, and we saw a lot of that today on stage. And I hear there's a novel coming that's going to kind of explain some of that. Can you give us just a little taste of what the story's about, where we're going with Starset?
Yeah, at its heart, a lot of the record was, I drew themes from this overarching narrative about technology and the future and a warning from the future, but also elements of the past all meeting in the present. And the novel tells that narrative in 350 pages in a novelized account of this.
Right.
So once that's out, we'll have, hopefully some of the fans will check that out and they'll start to make more sense about certain elements of what we do and realize we're not just a gimmicky band with spacesuits.
Right. Well, and before the album actually came out, before Starset really started gaining momentum, Starset kind of hit the internet, and with the Starset Society and the search for extraterrestrial life, how is Starset aiding in that? Are we sending the Starset signal out for alien? Are they jamming transmission?
Well, there is. I might break your heart, but there's no alien component to the Starset or the Starset Society.
Interesting.
It's very much a look at humans and the human condition and the technologies we're creating, and a look at the near future as well as the past.
Gotcha. Now, okay, with the technology, obviously, again, the imagery, there's a very technical aspect of that. How has technology played into what Starset's become, and was technology a big influence on how the album came together?
Absolutely, inescapably so. I almost have a PhD in electrical engineering, so
wow.
It's very much a part of me. And I, built the spacesuits that they wear and wired them up as well, and built our rack system where we don't have amps or anything like that. It's all in one rack. We call it HOW, like
nice.
2001.
Very cool.
Very nerdy. And so it's all in that. And we have a touch screen that we DJ the electronics with. It's Minority Report inspired.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now,
trying to think if there's anything else, but that's literally all we have. It's crazy.
That's amazing. Now, also, we talked about this as you guys walked up, the flight suit, and you designing spacesuits. Did you help design this suit? Is this something?
There's one thing you can't do. It's walk around in the dust in a bunch of electronics after a show. So,
so this solves that.
This is something afterwards, that's for sure. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's like if you ever watch a NASA mission, afterwards they're in a flight suit. So sort of. It's the post-space flight suit.
Actually, very cool. Now, again, carrying with the technology and everything, with the flight suits, with all that, there's been discussion at times, a couple of bands, I believe Muse was one of them, that's talked about wanting to be the first band to break the Earth barrier.
We've absolutely had that conversation.
Yeah, we were in SpaceX hanging out, and they mentioned that Muse had been there recently, and they really want to be that first band, and they can be that first band. I'm too much of a pussy.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see them go and come back, and then we'll see how that works out.
Yeah. Let them try it out first.
Hey, less competition if things don't go right. I'm just kidding. I love Muse.
Hear Muse.
I love Muse. One of my favorite bands.
That part can get edited out.
Now, going back to the time travel aspect of things, if, going forward in time, if we do hit that benchmark where time travel becomes an option, would Starset be willing to come back and tell us what's coming?
I've had a similar question. Most of the plans are one way. Like at SpaceX, they're trying to make people go there, they live there, they die there.
Yeah.
I'm not in for that one.
So you're not on the pioneering trip?
No, and I mean, if you look at the space shuttle, for instance, it was designed into the engineering specs that it was going to fail 1 in 300 times. So you're buying a crazy lottery there, and I think it's going to be like that for quite some time.
Gotcha.
It's just there's no mass production of these things, and there's so many moving parts. Spaceships are going to explode, and I do not want to explode.
I don't blame you one bit. I'm not big on exploding.
So I'll do my part for the space race. Hopefully Starset can inspire some younger kids that eventually can build non-exploding spaceships. Maybe I'll fly on one of those.
They've got a great soundtrack to listen to on the way. Now, there's so much going on with the band, with the album. You guys are touring your butts off. And you mentioned, the PhD with the electrical engineering. Are you still heavily involved with, spacesuit design and electrical type things too, or are you mainly focused with the band now?
Right now, swamped with all of the different elements to the band that are going on. You know, like the music video that's coming out for Halo this week. There's a little plug. It had a heavy hand in all of that, and all of these different elements I'm working on. So there's really no time for legit engineering right now.
Gotcha.
But I do have a daydream of being on the back of a tour bus with doing crazy research again at some point.
So there soon could be a something going into space designed right there on the bus with Starset.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, it could happen. Now, looking forward, the album out now. You've got 2 big singles under your belt. You've got a third one getting ready to kick off. You got the video coming. What's the next transmission we need to listen for?
Again, Halo is the next single, and we have the video coming out next week. And on top of that, the novel will be out this year. And, we'll just keep touring, and next year there'll be a whole new record.
Very cool. Well, we'll tie things up, go right back to the time travel to end things. As looking forward, what are the 2 things you 2 are most excited to see happen with technology in the future?
With technology in the future. I was going for something different.
Mom was just telling me, cyborg females. The next.
So literally, it's Austin Powers. Just they don't kill you. Right?
Fembots?
No fembots. There's no machine guns in the Nubblies.
The caliber of a Jubblies, baby. They were fantastic.
The Jubblies, yeah.
Future technology.
When
I'm more worried about it than I am excited about it, actually. But hey.
I'll just tell you, when I was working on the PhD, one of my goals was to be at the forefront of helping the navigation side of cars that drive themselves. And I've sort of missed I was there,
yeah.
And then I got a record deal, so now I'm behind, and I'm never going to be a part of that. So there's shed a tear for that. But that was something I was really pumped about.
Well, as a fan, I think you picked the right choice on which way to go with that. And I don't know as much. I obviously don't know nearly as much about technology as you do. I don't know anything about the future, but I think there's a huge future for these guys. Starset, we appreciate you guys stopping by, and good luck in the future.
Hey, thanks.
Appreciate it.